this is Nia or Andrea from Nia EM Blue, and today I thought I'd read my current work in progress novella, which I'm on the second part of it, and it's Track to Deathathon, and this is a dystopian running sports type of novel. And yeah, let's read chapter 1. So let's begin. Track to Deathathon, Andrea Cornejo Lopez. Chapter 1 Stranger Danger March 23rd, 2044, Wednesday. Grass weaves in the infield of the track stadium. Bright lights illuminate the men and women preparing for their events. Bryce Prongs tightens his shoelace for the second time in an hour, hoping they don't lose the race. The outdoor season has beaten up his racing shoes, but it's the best his ma and pa can do for him. He tries to maintain them in good condition so he can use them longer. Second call for the 3,200-meter race, says the announcer. Rice moves his brown wavy hair out of his face and ties it in a half up with his hair tie. It's getting annoying when he can't see. He blinks twice as the lights overhead reflect on the metal bleachers. Rice takes off his sweater and sweatpants with the school logo beneath the words track and field. The spring breeze hits his exposed skin, racing goosebumps along his legs. From behind he hears a familiar voice. "Ready, man?" says Kevin, his team member, as they make their way to the start line. "Yeah, Ortiz," said Rice, shaking his nerves away by stretching. With his black uniform, Rice thinks of blending into the shadows of the evening. The sun is lower in the Ohio sky, a pink tone against the light blue. Nearby oak hickory trees lean slim with their green leaves behind the stadium. This track invitational is at a private school with forest grounds. Back home there are more farmlands than forests. Third call for the 3,200-meter race, says the announcer. The runners enter the white lanes on the track field. Rice stands next to the boy in the first lane. Rice brushes against the royal blue of the boy's uniform as they stand. "Have a good run out there," says the boy. "You as well," says Rice, nodding his head. Rice waits for the starter to begin the instructions. The runners attentively listen to the rules. Afterward, they voice their agreement to abide by the fair play. Placing his left foot forward from his body, Rice prepares to take off. His arms were in motion to propel him forward. Pop! The gun goes off, signaling the runners off the starting line. Heart-pumping blood, lungs filling with oxygen, Rice follows the boy in the royal blue uniform until he hears the strides of the others behind them. Among the pack runs the prey and predator. The others hope you hunt you, yet you hunt the finish line. With each step, they near the middle of the race, with Royal Blue remaining in the lead of his step ahead. With 800 meters to go, Rice decides he should push the pace. He pulls up next to the Royal Blue and passes him. His body feels both joy and pain as he screams to stop, but his brain won't let him. He has more left than him. Rice pushes to the finish line, winning the race. Although Rice is the winner of his event, his team did not win the Invitational. Coach Light leads the team into cooldowns. Because Rice got sidetracked tracking down his sweater on the infield, he was a bit late to the locker rooms. At the end of the Invitational, Rice goes to the locker rooms to grab the rest of his belongings. In the shadow of the brick building, two people stand in the black suits. Rice thinks perhaps they are reporters of a newspaper, but they have no personal device or pen and paper on them. Without staring at them, Rice enters the locker room to retrieve his duffel bag. After finding his belongings, he retraces his steps from the spotless locker rooms. It must be nice to have brand new lockers, thinks Rice. 8:37 p.m. The bus is almost here. Rice takes a step in the night. The wind whips at his face. "Rice Prongs," says a firm voice. Chills emanate from Rice's spine throughout his body. The voice comes from the man in black suit who takes a step towards Rice. The man is a fit middle age and slightly tan. His hairline is full of thick black hair. Like a planted tree, Rice remains in a fixed spot. Only an arm's length, the man stops in front of Rice, blocking the gate to the bus parking lot. That's me, why? Says Rice. We've been watching you run. You are quite fast, says the man. Behind the speaking man, a slim woman shakes her head in agreement. I'll, I try my best, said Rice, feeling a need to bolt out of the situation. We'll be watching you, says the man. Rice steps to the side and heads towards the iron gates at a quick pace. He felt eyes at the back of his head as he moved to the almost empty parking lot. Where were you? Asked Kevin. Getting my things, said Rice, as he sits down in the green leather seats of the bus. A wave of relief to be near his teammates rushes over Rice. A minute later, the distance coach counts members and the bus peels off the parking lot. Rice tries to read his assignment for history class, but the previous conversation with the men resurfaces. Who were they? What did they want? His teammates walk off the bus as they arrive at the school's track and field. Despite Rice's efforts to study on the phone, he could not concentrate. See you tomorrow, says Rice. See ya, says Kevin. By the end of the evening, the parking lot has several cars. One is a familiar blue pickup truck belonging to his mother. Rice climbs in, throwing his bags to the back seat. Ready? How did it go? Asked Miss Prongs. Yeah, it went good, Mom, said Rice. Miss Prongs drives Rice to the center of the town as they make their way out into the outskirts. Their home comes into view 10 minutes outside of town. It is a white second-story house with a red barn besides it. Rice reaches to grab his bags from the back of the truck, glad to be home. The crunching sound of gravel travels around them as they make their way inside. The white pickup truck signals his father is home from the fields. Rice eats a ham sandwich before showering. Cold water runs through his hair, dripping down on his feet. Out of the shower, he puts on an old t-shirt and a boxer, taking his clothes to the laundry room. Rice walks up the wooden steps. The floorboards creak beneath his weight. 17, 18. Rice counts his way to the top of the landing. He walks around the corner of the small hall into the bedroom. A bright light illuminates the light blue walls of his bedroom. Across the door in his bed, he climbs into the sheets as the phrase repeats in his mind, "We'll be watching you." The shadows in his rooms take human shapes in his mind, but Rice knows there is nothing there. And that was the end of chapter 1, Stranger Danger, to track to Deathathon. I hope you enjoyed, and that was more challenging than I thought. Let me know what you think of the story thus far. It is available to read on Web Novel. It's also published on Amazon, the first portion of it, with a few edits, but not much is different. The main story is the same. So, yeah, have a good night, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.